Hey guys, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
so welcome everyone. My name is Dhruv, and today we are going to have a session on how to prepare a CV. Okay, and this session is specially designed for 0 to 4 years of experience. So I hope all of you fall in that category.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
and when I'm saying 0 to 4, that means I'm talking about total years of experience. Okay, it's not that we are talking about data science experience or anything. Okay. So without further delay, let's start our today's session. Okay, let me know if you're able to see my screen. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
able
We
to
can
see my
see your screen.
Okay, cool. So see, before we go ahead and start with our session, let me set few things straight for ourselves. So what you can expect from this session and what you cannot expect from this session, right? So that we are on the same page, correct? So first of all, this is CV session, right? And we are going to talk about how to prepare your own resume. Okay. So there are a couple of things that I want to talk about before I go ahead. So what you can expect from this session. So what we are going to talk about is basically what to write in your CV. Believe me, it is very important that we all understand that what to write in the terms of data science, correct? Some people write so much in their CV and the relevant information is nothing, right? So what to write is very important. After that, more important than what to write is what not to write. Okay, understood? The third thing that is we are going to discuss as in how to build your portfolio. Portfolio in data science. Okay. After that, see, none of you, most of you are not from data science background, correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Right? So 99% of you, I mean, don't come from a data science background or even data background, right? But unfortunately, if you go ahead and see today's jobs, they expect someone who has already worked on data science. Right? Now you are confused what to do, right? That is when I will help you build your portfolio in DS. That means you need to showcase some work experience in data science. Now you will say that, okay, we are going to bluff or anything. I'm going to answer everything in details, okay? And why it is like, it is demand and supply. If they need someone who has already worked on, right? So obviously I am not a candidate, yes or no? Correct? So I have to break into data science to have an experience in data science, yes or no? So it is chicken and egg problem. We have to solve it. Why? Because we need the job, not the person who is giving the job, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So how to do that? We are going to do that. But first of all, the mindset is very important. We need to understand that we need to have some experience in data science. How will we do that? I am there to help it, help you guys on that. Okay. So work experience. And the last thing is how to put your skills, right, which you are gathering here. So all these things we are going to discuss. What not to expect from this session. Only two things. First thing is I'm not going to share any format of CV. There is a very strong reason behind it. The reason is earlier I used to do that. But later what started happening is 90% of the people will start copying the same format, right? Are you getting my point? Ultimately, for any job role, if we had to, and our HR had to share the CV of students, right? 90% of the CV would be having the same CV format, correct? So I believe that if you are looking to become a data scientist, at least I can expect you to choose a CV format for yourself. Except that what to write, what not to write, everything we are going to discuss that, but CV format I'm not going to read. It is you who will decide. Okay. Second expectation that you should not have from this session is I'm not going to provide any project suggestion, what project I should do, right? No project suggestion. But I can tell you how you can do project from your own domain to showcase some experience in data science. Achha, why I cannot suggest a project to you directly? Because let's say every month we have this session and we have 0 to 4, 4 to 8, and 8+ years of experience. Now, if today the strength is close to 40, 40, right? The next session is going to be close to 60+. And then next session is going to be almost around that only, little bit more only, because that range is 8+ means 8+ than 20, right? But try to understand that close to 150+ students are there, right? If I will suggest 2-3 projects each, I will run out of projects. So it's not that I cannot, I can suggest, but I want you guys to have a project which is very unique to your own experience, to your own domain, to your own company, to your own client. Okay, so that when you are writing this project in your CV, that is very unique. Not even copying from someone in your batch, even best of your friends. Do not copy the CV format, do not copy the project. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay. But I'm going to tell you how you can pick a project or how you can actually do any project. Okay. Select from your own domain and then do. Clear? And when I'm saying project, I'm not considering any guided project. Sorry to say, but if you are writing guided project in your CV, that make sure that you are going to get disappointed. I mean, sorry, that sentence went wrong. What I mean to say is that for sure you are going to get disappointed, because you cannot expect to write yourself guided project and then expecting that you will get a good job. Correct? No matter how good that project is. See, if I start making a project with you guys, okay, and within 1 month, that project will be spread all over all the institutes. Okay, so that project is not unique. You have to do some unique project. So consider guided project only to learn. That is not to fetch you a job. Am I clear? Correct? The reason I'll tell you. See, guided project you are doing with someone else is doing, and then you are doing with them, right? Or copying them. Some people gently copy, right? You are not getting that first-hand difficulties, right? Let's say you answered all the questions in an interview, and after that you are selected as a data scientist. What will you do after going to that particular project, that particular company? That is going to be very, very bad experience for you guys. Believe me, when I'm saying this, trust me, you are going to hate every minute of that. So to prevent that, you have to face difficulties. And that is where I'm going to discuss how you can do project by yourself and have some work experience, at least in your CV. Okay? Are these expectations clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if someone has come just for getting a CV format, unfortunately, this session is not for that. Okay? So let's start. Before that, anyone has any other questions, concerns? Okay. Okay. To start with, let's start with the sections in your CV. Sections in your CV. What are the...
Sorry, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, previously you were referring to the guided projects, right? So, guided projects, you mean to say that the case studies that we do and that we add in the resume. Are you referring to those only, right?
Yes. You got it, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That's what just want to clarify it.
Yes, yes. So understand this, that we are going to discuss the sections in your CV. So to start with, I'm starting and then you guys have to, let's make this session a bit interactive, right? So to start with, usually your name, your role. Again, role is not designation, right? I will be discussing about this. Not your designation, but your role. And why I'm writing this, I will be talking about that. So your role and your contact details like email, you usually put email, phone, right? City, correct? And then some social media links, usually LinkedIn, GitHub, or Kaggle, right? Now understand this, if your GitHub is not rich, that means obviously if you are working in data science or if you have started doing project in data science, if someone opens your GitHub, they will understand that this guy is only doing data science project from last 6 months, right? So that will tell something else than your CV, okay? So what I will suggest you is, for now, if that is the case, don't put your GitHub profile as of now. When I'm saying as of now, that means you will keep on pushing the codes on GitHub, but don't put the profile right now. The right time will come, let's say 1 year later, when you will have enough projects on your GitHub, and then you can put the GitHub profile link on your CV confidently. Same goes with Kaggle. Are you getting my point? So if you have not, if you're not doing Kaggle from more than 6 months now, or GitHub pushing codes, data science codes on GitHub, don't put that in your CV. Point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
LinkedIn, you can put provided all your experience and your years are matching as similarly as that of your CV. Okay, clear? Also, to discuss here, I will be discussing here because I have seen recently when I take mock interview, I usually see people writing their whole address. Not required. Not required at all. Your city. No one is interested. The reason is, see, that was an old format when people used to get joining letter through mail. I mean, mail, physical mail, right? Using postcard or envelope. Nowadays, everything goes through email. Yes or no? Why do you think your personal information is necessary, right? As a data scientist, you also have to take care of your PIIs, right? You don't have to expose your full address, PAN card, Aadhaar card. If they need, they will ask you. If the hiring manager need at some point of time while your hiring process, they will mail you that please submit this document. Then you can submit. Clear? So don't write full address. City. Also, I have seen some people writing, your hometown, where you are currently living. Understand, not required. The reason is, if you will upload your CV on Naukri, right? If someone is putting a filter on Bengaluru, Kolkata, Chennai, Gurgaon, Noida, Pune, Mumbai, all these, Hyderabad, all these cities, will your hometown come in that? No. Obviously, no. My hometown doesn't come in that also. Yes or no? So should I put my hometown? My CV won't get shortlisted at all, right? So what should you put? Even if you are intended to work from home permanently, then also I will suggest you to put a metro city where most of the companies are located. Why? Because see, whether you are going to get work from home or not, for that also your CV needs to get shortlisted. Correct? Yes or no? So always write city, Bangalore, Pune, all these cities, right? Gurgaon, Noida, Hyderabad, Chennai. Correct? Any confusion?
no, sir.
No.
Okay. Let's say that you will say that, no, sir, I am from XYZ city in XYZ state. And because of some family situation, I cannot move out. So how can I write Bangalore? See, no one is asking you to move out and come to Bangalore. No. Physically, you don't have to come here. You have to just write Bangalore. If it is the nearest city. Are you getting my point? Nearest city or the city where you were living before lockdown, right? So that means when your CV is getting shortlisted, then you can talk to the HR, right? Now there are multiple companies who were earlier working only physical. Now they are giving hybrid or permanent work from. So that you can discuss. But for that, your CV needs to get shortlisted. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Email and phone, I'm not going to discuss. Nothing to discuss here. I'm going to discuss role and designation in some times from. Okay, clear? So after name, all these things, what do you write? Usually you write summary, right? Or career objective or both. Yes or no? Correct?
Yeah.
Understand this, that I have seen some people writing paragraphs in summary. That means they are replicating whatever they have already written in their skills section. They will write, experience in experience in Python. Then in next line they will write, worked on XYZ. So basically stats, machine learning, deep learning, NLP. So for each skills they will put one line. Why you are doing that? All the things that you are mentioning in your summary or career objectives already there in skills. Yes or no? Correct?
Yeah.
So what is the ideal length of your summary or career objective? If you are writing both, I'm saying some people write both, right? So if you're writing both, maximum 3 to 4 lines. 3 to 4 lines. If you are writing only one, either summary or career objective, not more than 2 lines. Not more than 2 lines. Is that point clear? This is my prescription. Whether you want to obey it or not is up to you. I am only prescribing. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Acha. This is a name summary. This usually everyone writes. But what should you write after summary or career objective? Tell me. Think about it. Logically, see, everything we are going to do today is logical.
But
Roles and responsibilities.
Skills related.
Sorry guys, because of background noise, I muted myself. See, understand this, that some people are saying education. Understand that 90% of you are bachelors, either BTech or BCA. Few people would be masters. Yes or no? How many of you out of 40, let's have this poll, out of 41 people, who has done masters?
Me,
Please think.
sir.
Sir, I have done MTech.
MTech you have done. Let's see how many people have done more than bachelors, so masters or PhD. Are yaar, ping and don't ping and raise hand together, otherwise the count will go down. So Kritika is there, Santoshi is there, right? So कितने लोग हैं? चलो, one. Okay, Vincent is a PhD, right? Me, okay. Nutan 2, Anirban 3, Rohit 4, 5. MBA I'm not counting. I'm just kidding. MBA is also a master's. MBA I'm not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct? 8 people, right? Now try to understand. In my class, out of 44 people, 7, 8 people are more than masters. More than bachelors, right? Basically, what will happen is you are not going to be judged based on your level of education, provided there is a star mark there, right? Conditions apply. Provided if you have done, unfortunately, this is the true case, that if you have done your masters, PhD, right, MTech, MBA from very good organization, institution, right? Are you getting my point? Then only it will be counted. Otherwise, it is of not so much of use. Is this point clear? But that doesn't mean you are not going to write it in CV. But what I mean is there are more important things than education. Yes or no? Correct?
yes, sir.
What is the first thing that someone looks? Obviously not this, not this. The first thing that, but then also we have to write because of the format. The first two things we write. But what is the first important thing that someone sees? That is your skills. Yes or no? So skill should be technically just after your career summary or career objective. Is this point clear to everyone? Is this point clear to everyone? Say yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Why I'm saying so is, let's say if you are applying for a position, your CV is shortlisted by an HR who may or may not be well versed with data science. Yes or no? So what they do, they typically match your skills with that of the skill, the skills that is there in their job description or they have in their mind. Yes or no? They might not be knowing what NLP means.
Yes, sir.
But they will match exactly. Sometimes if they call, they will ask you, have you worked on this? What is the work experience in this? What is the work experience in Python? Have you worked on deep learning? These questions they ask, yes, no.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So the person who is calling, maybe a hiring manager, right? Or an HR, they might not be necessarily knowing about data science, right? So how will your CV get shortlisted? Based on your skills that you are writing. Is this point clear? First of all, the position of skills is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now, what actually happens is, I have seen people writing skills like this. They will write Python, stats, and then they will write, okay, wait. Even worse than this, they will write NumPy, right? They will write Python, then write NumPy, Pandas, then write Matplotlib, Seaborn, and then they will write inferential stats, right? Descriptive stats, ANOVA, chi-square, right? Then they will write linear regression and regression, classification, clustering, NLP, deep learning, SQL, right? AWS, MongoDB, right? All those things they will write it like this. Yes or no? Now, if I ask you in a list like 50 like this, as if you are writing your grocery list. No, this is not a grocery list that you are putting here. Yes or no? Correct? There are 50 plus skills that can happen, that you can write in your data science CV. Correct? And slowly and steadily, I'm pretty sure all of you will have 50 plus skills. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some of you might be knowing few skills much better than others, right? But the number of skills are going to be more than 50. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In next 1 year, I guarantee you will have 50 plus skills if you write topic wise. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Right.
And not the right way to write. Are you getting my point? This is the worst way to write your skills. Don't do that. Also, then you will ask me, what is the right way to do? Try to see here that usually in data science, we talk about data interpretation also. So interpretation will be very tough. Clear? Clear? Is this point clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Interpretation will be very tough. So how will you interpret if you're writing skills like this? For example, I have listed down 50 skills and then suddenly ask you to find out whether this guy has worked on AWS or not. What will you have to do? You'll have to go through it 5 times. Then only we'll be able to find out whether AWS is there or not. Yes or no? Correct? So how will you solve this problem? So usually the best thing that I usually suggest is categorization. You will categorize your skill. How will you categorize? Some people do that, but some people don't. So for the people, this is for the people who don't do, please look at this, right? So for example, I will categorize in programming language, right? And then I will write Python, R, SQL, those things, right? After that, stats. In stats, then I will write whatever topics is needed. After that, I will categorize machine learning. In machine learning, further subcategorize into, let's say, regression, classification, clustering, dimensionality reduction, so on and so forth. After that, let's say if I'm writing cloud technologies, that I will write. If I'm writing SQL, database, those things, visualization, right? After that, let's say slow, little bit here and there I have worked. So I can make a topic or called miscellaneous, and then I can put, for example, let's say I don't know complete deep learning, but a little bit of deep learning I know, so I'll put deep learning. I don't know complete NLP, but I have worked on just a small topic which happened in yesterday's class, right? Instructor told me, so I was just working there, so I will just put there, so that I'm not missing out. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? So this looks a bit organized. Is this point clear?
Clear, sir.
Very clear.
Yeah,
Now, whether you want to write it vertically, horizontally, it is up to you. That is up to your CV format or the way you want to write. It is up to you. Correct? But how to present, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So after skills, what is the next important thing? What is the next important thing after skills?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a question in this previous topic, not skills, but the first topic, the very first topic, about the Kaggle and the GitHub point. Sir, we had this data science and stats class like 3 months back, and since those classes, we have been working on these projects in Kaggle only. So you mean to say that I cannot put this Kaggle account?
No,
for,
I'm not
6 months?
saying that you cannot put. What I'm saying is avoid putting it next few months. While you are doing so, keep on pushing code on GitHub, right? And since you asked, I will tell you, usually people wait for a project to finish, then only they will put it on GitHub. No, you should not. Simple. See, let's say I'm sitting today, I'm writing one function, right? I'm writing a function to find outliers, right?
Yes.
Right? I'm writing a function to find outliers. I will write, and then I will deploy this on my GitHub. Simple. I'll put it on my GitHub. ये भी कर सकते हैं. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
You should not wait for a whole project to finish. No.
Okay,
Correct?
sir.
Smaller
Yes, sir.
thing, but have a habit of pushing at least 2 or 3 times a week. Correct? And next 6
Yes,
to
sir.
8 months, it will be very good. Correct? What I'm saying is, even if you are not putting, it is not making much of the difference in the current situation. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
Because
sir.
you would be applying, let's say with 2 years of experience, right? 3 years of experience, right? So it doesn't matter. Clear?
Okay. Sir, so you mean to say that the frequency of these projects, must go up? Say, for example, we have some column in GitHub where the frequency is displayed. So you
It
mean to
looks
say that
good
for
if you have.
yes,
Good, yeah, it looks good, right? Make it, but don't feel pressure of it. And some people just for the sake of showing off, because someone else has put GitHub, so it is a compulsory to put GitHub, even if it is not there. Your GitHub is not properly filled with projects, then also you are putting. Doesn't make sense. Clear?
yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So this is about the skills. Now comes work experience. After skills, this is the most important thing, right? Correct? Sorry,
Yeah.
not work skills, work experience. My bad.
Okay.
Work experience. So what do you mean by why is this important? See, your CV is shortlisted by looking at your skills, correct? And you went for an interview, correct? That guy is looking, acha, okay, this guy fits because he knows Python, he knows machine learning, okay, he knows NLP, he has worked in NLP, he has worked in MongoDB also, and he has worked in AWS also, let's assume, correct? So all these tech stacks is used in that particular project. But how do they know whether you know or you have just written? By work experience, yes or no? Arey bolo na.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now, as I said in the starting, that all of you need to have experience in data science. This I'm writing in front of you. Try to understand. This is like chicken and egg problem. This is a bitter truth. Unfortunately, happens in industry. I also used to take interview not in my current organization, in my previous organization, biggest of the big 4 companies. Okay, you know the name, right? So I used to take interviews, and we were told that we have to hire experienced people, right? Are you getting my point? what will you do? If they will start hiring experienced people, you guys are not going to get selected, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But if they need, correct, if they are not molding their own requirement, then I'll have to do something for myself, yes or no? So it's fair that you are showcasing. I'm not asking you to bluff. You are showcasing the projects which you will do, right, and show it as a part of your work experience. Are you getting my point? Now this is very tough for me to explain you this. I know some people will have so many questions. How can I do that? Will they come to know? Are you getting my point? Correct? So I'm not asking you to change your designation. I'm not asking you to change your designation. I'm just asking you to portray a role in data science. For example, a software engineer, right? If a software engineer is there, he can work as a Java developer, right? The same designation person might be working as test engineer, yes or no? SAP guy, correct? C++ developer, bolo, yes or no? And designation is software engineer in most of the companies, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is designation, right? And this is your role, right? A guy who is working in Java developer might have started as a tester, or let's say a support engineer, yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So your role may change based on the project, based on the client, correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So here, similarly, the way you have shifted projects, similarly, one more project you have to showcase, two more projects you have to showcase. Cannot we do that? Yes, you can, and you have to. Only 2-3% of the people usually get selected even showing themselves as a fresher. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Because see, now the problem, even let's say, then also you will have a confusion that, okay, no, I don't want to do this. I want to go as a fresher. Now let's see this scenario. If you are a fresher, but you have an experience of 4 years, correct? You have a salary expectation as per 4 years of experience. Yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now,
yes,
if forget about salary, they are not going to hire you just for the simple reason, even if you perform very good in an interview, then also only because you don't fit in their hierarchy. There is a hierarchy, right? That you will report to someone will report to some other person. So that hierarchy is based on years of experience. Yes or no? Till now, everyone is not Ratan Tata that they will get a guy 20 years old as a general manager. Are you getting my point? This is going on in industry. So you cannot expect yourself with 4 years of experience and then go in as a fresher. Why? Because they have enough freshers to hire. Yes or no? Are freshers less in India that they will hire you by paying you more than freshers with 4 years of experience? No. Obviously they won't. Correct? If you were at their place, you would be also doing the same thing. Correct? Yes or no? So that is the fundamental problem of total years mismatch. Clear? This point is clear. So what is the next best thing we can do? Obviously we have to do project and showcase it as a part of any additional project you have done, any POC you have done, but in your company for your client. Is this point clear?
So what about someone from non-IT background?
Same goes with that. Data science works in any industry. I'm not talking about your IT, whether you are in IT or not. Think about a domain. If someone is from sales, right? So sales forecast is there, right? Marketing analytics. If someone is from marketing, sales, yes or no? If someone is from manufacturing, right? There are multiple projects you can do in manufacturing. Fault tolerance is there, correct? Demand forecast, correct? If someone is from healthcare, there are multiple predictive analytics project. Whether can you predict a disease? Yes or no? So based
Yes.
on the domain that you are working on, in that way you will have to choose. Clear? This point is clear?
Yes.
Sir. Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please ask.
Sir, I come from a manufacturing background. So you are saying even if I do some project with Kaggle or GitHub, whatever, so you mean to say that I have to show it as a part of my work experience?
Yes, yes. And it's not about doing project from Kaggle or anywhere. Try to understand that projects are not done from anywhere. It is like sourcing the data from somewhere and then doing the project, right? Now try to understand, that is the good thing about data science is that even in the real life, see, I'll tell you, if you have finished your stats and machine learning, you know that data is what? Quantitative, categorical, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Bolo na?
Yes,
Categorical
sir.
data,
Yes,
let's
sir.
say name. Name is always a name, whether you are getting data from Kaggle, from data.world, or from any government website, or even if you're going for a client, yes or no? Name is always going to be name, and categorical always, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct? If there is a variable called salary, it is always going to be numerical, yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct? In
Yes,
real
sir.
life also. Then people think that, okay, this is Kaggle. No, it's not. Try to understand this, that what you do with that data is making the difference. Data is same, correct? Yes. Size may differ, but size doesn't account to concept. Correct? Your processing power may be less than let's say if you're working on cloud, or if you're working on, now everyone works on cloud, right? Correct? So in real life, that is only the difference. Your concepts which you are applying to that data set, whether even if it is small, is same, yes or no? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So here is the flow. Let me explain the flow, and then you will have all the question answered. Okay, this is the biggest secret I'm telling you. Okay, oh sorry, this is the biggest secret I'm telling you. And if you see, it's not a secret. This is how you should proceed in any field, whether you have to learn rocket science or anything. Right? Try to understand this, that first of all, choose the domain, and I will suggest everyone to work in their own domain, current domain. Correct? For example, if someone is from manufacturing, someone is from electronics, someone is from any given background, right? See in that domain, where can I apply data science use cases? Correct? If nothing you have got, if nothing, you are not able to find out any given data science project for your domain, try to understand that your client has customers, yes or no? You are trying to sell anything, yes or no? Bolo na?
Yes, sir.
Correct? You are giving service, or you are trying to sell anything. If you are selling, sales forecast can be done. And if you are selling, obviously marketing is there, and marketing analytics you can do. Correct? You have customers, you can do customer segmentation, clustering, yes or no?
Yes,
Correct?
sir.
Yes.
If you are
Yes.
providing service, then also you will do marketing. Correct? So there are 3 or 4 projects, irrespective of any domain you are currently in, you can do. And for others, there are a hell lot of projects. Healthcare, manufacturing, insurance, banking, fraud analytics is there. In insurance, next best action is there. Correct? Classification, claim process, all those things are, a lot of things are there, right? So you have to choose the domain, choose some use case from your own domain, correct? After that, source data from anywhere. For example, you can go to Kaggle is there, right? Data.world is a site, right? Other than that, there are government websites, not only Indian government, but but throughout the world, US government, UK government, Canadian government, right? In India also, if you're working, if you are, let's say, even if you are not from IT, someone asked me, I'm not from IT, right? Even if you are from arts background also, psychology and all those things. then you can have those data, right? Malnutrition, if you're working on those, if you're working with any NGO, those kind of data is also available, right? Source the data. See if you are getting exact same data or if kind of similar data. Clear? After that, try to solve a problem. Try to solve a problem, or try to do something with that data, right? Either you will do forecast, right, or try to frame basically a problem. Don't look out for, okay, I will do this project. No, go reverse. Take the data and then think what solution I can provide if this was my client. Because when you work as a data scientist, not always you solve a problem. Sometimes there is no problem with the client and they will take help from you in order to enhance their current sales, enhance their current performance. Yes or no? For example, I was working for one of the largest paper manufacturing client in my previous organization. Not even previous to previous organization, right? They had no problem at all, right? Are you getting my point? So they came to us and they said that, okay, we want to utilize data science in our process. Can you suggest some use case which you guys can solve? Now, see, this is where the business comes to any company, correct? So as a data scientist, you will also have to suggest some business. Are you getting my point? That thinking will come if you go reverse. If you will be in a hope that, okay, if someone will tell me what needs to be done, then only. So that is problem answer approach, problem solution. Instead, go with the data and then think of a problem, right? What problem I can solve with this, or what I can do with this data. Clear? So after that, once you will figure out that, then you will formulate the solution and try to deploy the solution. You will have deployment class, or you might be done with the deployment class till now, I am not sure, but try to deploy that solution. So overall flow you have got, correct?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, the point is clear. I have a question here. Sir, I will suggest a use case. As I told earlier, I have from a manufacturing background. So now I'm working with the demand forecasting model. And consider that I'm applying for a Power BI developer, something like that, related to Power BI. And I have built dashboards for customers. So as per the flow that you have suggested, I'll source the data, I'll solve them a problem, and I'll give them a solution. And while coming to this deployment part, so since this information is confidential with my company, I won't be able to show them this deployment.
No. Who asked that you have to showcase? This is for your own learning, correct? And writing it in your CV. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
So that when they're asking you, tell me about the recent project you have done. See, the first question anyone is asking in an interview is, tell me about yourself. And the second question, just right after that, they will ask you, can you explain me a project? Or they will point to a project and can then tell you to explain that. Or else they will ask you, explain the recent project you have done. Or else they will ask what all projects you have done. So everything leads to one project that they need you to explain, correct? You will be able to explain only if you have faced the first-hand difficulty. And that will happen only if you have done end-to-end. Clear? That is what I was pointing. It is not to show them. You don't show project in an interview. Yes or no?
Okay, sir.
But you give answers to the question. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Clear? This point is clear.
Yes, sir.
Everyone has to do project from their own domain first. Correct? Because see, if you want to showcase some work experience, right? Let's say, and I'll tell you the split also, how much years of experience you need to showcase in data science. But before that, I just want to tell you that we want to showcase some experience in data science, right? You will showcase as part of your current company, yes or no? Current client. So it is
Yes,
better.
sir.
It is better that you do a project in that domain. Otherwise, if anyone's company is in healthcare and then they are doing project of sales forecast, they can do sales forecast. What I'm saying is, sales forecast is common to all. But let's assume that they are doing project like what type of project? For example, customer churn or similar kind of project which is not related to their own domain, then it looks like you have sourced it from somewhere else, correct? So it should be, justifying your current domain. Is that point clear?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
how will
sir.
you choose a project and do? I have told you the flow, right? Correct? So you know your current domain, source data. Acha, if you are stuck at somewhere and you are not able to think for a problem that you want to solve, then in that case, you can just Google for your current domain. You can write, let's say, XYZ domain data science use case. You will get 10, 15 use case. Try out with anyone, correct? Clear? You will have the data. Almost all the domains data is available on Kaggle, data.world or government websites. Okay? Clear? Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Please go. Hmm. 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 Correct. Yeah. See, this problem is very, very genuine, right? And thank you for bringing this in today's session. Try to understand this, that if, let's say, if I am giving an interview and you are taking my interview, correct? Now let's assume I'm talking about something which you are not interested in. See, your aim while you are giving interview is to keep the interviewer involved. Are you getting my point? What we do, the mistake that we usually do is we try to go in so much of technicalities that we forget that the person sitting in front of us was not a part of that project. Are you getting my point? So things are new for them, for him or her, right? So how to deal this problem is you have to go layer by layer. Are you getting my point? So first you have to explain end to end in very layman term, right? And then seek permission, right? Seek permission. Can I go ahead and explain to you in detail? Correct? And also see interview. See, this is a very good art of interview, that while you are sitting, don't, your interviewer is not reading you alone. You can also read your interviewer, whether he is interested or he is not interested, correct? And it is obvious if I'm speaking which is not of your interest, because their main criteria is to judge you, right? And now if you will go deeper down in embedded, then his purpose is not getting solved. His purpose is to judge you on data science, correct? So make sure that while you are answering, you are going layer by layer. So first you are explaining your end to end, right? After that you are explaining what effect that project made, and then seeking permission in going ahead in the solution, right? And try to stick to the part where they are interested, correct? More than where you will go in technicalities, as in the data, basically talking about embedded 8051, right? All those things, correct? So you understood, right? This is how we should go ahead, and that goes to any domain. For example, let's say if someone is from healthcare, right? Now they will have a huge knowledge about their own domain. Everyone is knowledgeable about their domain. Now if they will start talking about that, we all will get bored. Why? Because we are not understanding one bit, correct? What they are interested in currently is talking about data science. So talk about data science, where you applied, which model you use, why you use that model, why you did not use other model, did you deploy the model? If you deployed, where did you deploy? How was your data looking, right? What problem you faced? These all things we should talk about. Clear? Thanks. Coming back, so here we were talking about work experience. Now, as I said, you will have some your old experience, and when I'm saying old experience, I'm saying non-data science experience and some data science experience. Correct? Assuming that you guys are from 0 to 4 year, so I'm making it 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? If someone is 0, 1, I will all experience in data science. Just put all experience in data science. Clear? If you are 2 to 3 years of experience, try to put 1 to 2 years in data science and rest into your old experience. 4 year, then 2 to 2.5 data science, rest old experience. Clear? Now you will be confused as in how can I showcase maximum is 2.5, so I will explain 2.5. So how can you showcase 2.5 years of experience? See, 2.5 means hardly 3 projects. 3 projects you will do, at least 1 you will deploy, so that you have the deployment knowledge, at least 1. At least 1 deployment you will do, right? 3 projects in total you will do. If you are more doing, so 3 project you will complete, and then you will say that 1 project ongoing. Usually, if you are working, on any in any company, usually 1 ongoing project is always there. Yes or no? So it is always good to showcase. So that is maximum. So see, this much project can get you 2.5 years of experience. Why? Because as a thumb rule, usually 6 months to 1 year is the lifetime of a data science project. Okay, is this point clear? Now, based on your years of experience, you can think how much projects you have to do. Here 1 to 2, here 2 to 3, here 3 to 4. Correct? These many projects needed. This point clear? Any confusion?
So for 1 to 2 projects, there will be deployment also.
Yeah. Deployment, everyone has to learn, right?
Okay.
And at least I'm asking you, at least 1 project you should always deploy, so that you know the technicalities. Correct? Are you getting my point? So that when they are asking questions about deployment for any project, you can tell the same thing. Okay? Because deployment is a technique. You need not to do it for all the project. It is a technique. You can learn from 1 project also. Correct?
Yeah.
But while doing project, because project differs, so that means you have to do projects differently. But deployment, making dashboard, you can do for 1 project. Clear?
So deployment is also like making a website and then putting the model at the back end and then working.
No, it's not that. Deployment simply means you can deploy. Deployment means, how can I explain that? So putting your model to work, right? For example, manually you are not going to enter the data and do that, right? So obviously you can do. So there are multiple ways to do that.
Yeah.
You will get to know more
API
when you
is
learn
one of
deployment.
them.
API.
API
It
is a
can be done
deployment.
using APIs, or it can be done simply. Yeah, I mean API is one. Making pipelines are
simply
right?
a dashboard is also a deployment.
Yeah. As you know, deploy is an English word where when you put something somewhere, that is called deployment. Okay, so that will be taken care by deployment. For now, you understood the split. How much project you need to do to showcase that much in data science.
So these projects are mainly from all the data science background, or should we also do from visualization like Tableau or other SQL database?
Any data science, whole data science life cycle, you can pick any. You can pick data engineering projects, visualization project, deployment also. Nowadays we have MLOps opening. So it depends upon you where you are targeting. Okay. Only machine learning also, right? But usually when you put machine learning, they will ask end-to-end questions. Correct? It is not the other way around. If you are putting visualization, they won't ask you machine learning questions. It is like that. But if you are putting machine learning, they will ask end-to-end.
But if you are putting visualization, then that comes under the data analytics, right?
I mean, data analytics or
I mean,
data
who is targeting for data analyst?
Ah.
They are more concerned of these visualization projects, right?
not only visualization. See, data analyst will work with cloud also, right? Making pipelines, getting the data ready for analysis, right? Those things. Visualization is just a part of it. Okay.
So when we write the role thing at the top, like at the very beginning, so that role should be like data
Of
scientist
science. Yes.
or only data science
No,
or
no,
scientist,
no, no, no.
or should be the
Data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, ML engineer, whatever you are targeting or whatever your projects are showcasing. For example, if you are showcasing yourself as if you have done projects as an ML engineer, then you will put ML engineer, right? For example, if you have done projects which you have done only visualization engineer also you can write, or data analyst, right? If you have only worked on SQL and cloud and cleaning the data, then data engineering can also work, right? So any data related role you have to showcase.
So for example, if I'm working on like trading algorithms and all financial algorithms, so in that case,
algorithm, any you are working. I'm just talking about which part you are working, correct? Are you working on writing algorithms, right? Or are you working on only cleaning, or are you working on everything, right? If you're working on everything, you can call yourself a data scientist, right? Based on your strategy, whatever you are showcasing as your current role. But you have to showcase some data related role. Okay.
Of course.
For example, if someone is writing data analysis, that doesn't mean he or she cannot get hired as a data scientist. They can, correct? Okay. Clear? Now one more thing, one very important thing I missed here. I'm going to see these projects. Obviously, the 3 projects, these are going to be unseen projects. Basically, you will do based on your own domain. I told you the technique. How will you choose, and you will do the project. But what about the projects which we are doing it as a part of our guided project here, or simple projects, let's say in deep learning, NLP, we are doing just to learn. That I can make a section. That section can be called as personal projects. Personal projects. Here, I will write projects which are simple, smaller, guided projects. Other people might have also done that. Yes or no? Basically, the projects you are writing it as a part of your work experience, the chances are that is going to be unique. Yes or no? Correct? But what about the project which you have done it as part of your learning process? Smaller projects. I'm not talking about Titanic or Iris. No. Simple projects. For example, you have done a project in order to work on word embeddings, POS tagging in NLP. So those smaller projects you can write, so that they know that, okay, this guy has worked on even smaller projects, but it has small knowledge of NLP also, deep learning also, like that. So that you can put it as a part of your personal project. That simply means that these projects are done as part of your learning process and not as part of your work experience. Clear? Yes.
Yes. I have a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. In the above part, I mean, for the people who are having 3-4 years of experience, you told to inform 3-4 projects. So these 3-4 projects, I need to come up with an idea in my domain itself.
Yes.
But the only thing I have doubt is how can I name them? Every project has a name. So I need to make up that also.
No, none of the. You should not write project name. It is, see, that is the mistake we all do. We write the name. Name is irrelevant. If you will tell me the name, I don't know. For example, I'll tell you, in my when I was in early phase of my career, then I got to know that this is worthless. You should never write the name.
You got into mute.
Yes, sorry. So because of background noise, I muted myself. What I was saying is, where we were. I'm
project names.
Project name. See, usually some people write project names. No, you usually write the use case. or problem you have solved. Correct? And then you should never write even, so this is use case. For example, let's say if I have done, some people write the name Titanic survival prediction. Correct? If I have to write the same project, I will write it like this. Obviously, you are not going to write this project in your CV, but I'm just giving you an example, very simple example. Built a predictive model to predict survival of onboarded passengers for one of the largest ships, right? Like that. For example, usually we write, don't expose the name of our client, right? And we give the hint, one of the largest telecom client. Like, so the same project, if someone will read this, they will know that, okay, this is very simple. But if someone will read the same project, how I have explained. So this is how you will write your title. Correct? You got it right? This is one example. Your creativity can also always write phrase like you have built, you have achieved something, rather than writing that you have worked on something. Why? Because if you are writing worked on, that gives me an impression that you were assigned something and then you have done that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Did this give you some insight on how to write your own use case or name? Correct?
Yes.
So
Yes,
that is
sir.
how you will do. That is how you will do. So basically, you have to write what you have done in that project. Simple, correct? You would have solved some problem, so that you have to write. Clear? Got it right?
Yeah.
After your personal project, what you should write? You should write your education. After education, your achievements, your awards, any publication you have, right? Certification you can write or you can avoid as of now. It doesn't matter, right? After that, your hobbies. Why hobbies? Because hobbies usually help us to break the ice. Okay, so basically start a conversation, right? Some common interest, if it will come out, then it will give some liberty to be frank with the interviewer. So that helps in some personal level sometimes. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
After this, you should not write anything. I have seen people writing declaration. I swear to God, whatever I have written is true to my knowledge, and you can send me to jail if anything is wrong. No. These type of declaration don't write. Okay, I was just kidding. Usually people write declaration that all the things, above things which I have written is true to my knowledge, and if there is any discrepancy found, I will be sole responsible for that. Something like that they write, correct? And then they sign also. Don't do all these things. This is a very old format. Usually, if you ask your parents, they will tell you that these in their times when there were no internet, they used to mail, right? They used to get the CV typed. Okay, some people used to write it with their own hands with very good writing, and then they used to post it to different companies. Now, see, the companies did not have any other way to cross-verify whether whatever is written is correct or not. And this process was so long. And if someone is selected, then later at the time of joining, you got to know that, okay, this guy has written false in that, and then that everyone hiring is closed, right? So the company used to suffer a lot. Correct. So they used to have this criteria that you will write declaration, sign it, and then send, so that later if anything is found, then some legal action can be taken. But now is not the case. They will have everything verified before getting onboarded. Yes or no? Correct. So no need to write the declaration. Till here, any confusion in anything that I have just discussed? Please ask your questions.
Yes,
After this, I will be showing you a snippet of one of the CVs, not for your exact reference, but whatever I have spoken, just giving some idea. Before you ask question, last thing I want to tell you about how to write your projects. So usually what happens is, I have seen people writing paragraphs and paragraphs about your project. No, you should write point wise, one small line at a time, right? Like this, and don't write too much about your project. Why? Because if you're writing too much, and if someone who is very much experienced, he has come, he will catch you left, right, and center. That is one biggest problem if you're writing too much. Second, kind of you're preventing yourself from, there is one situation in which the interviewer is not so much kind of good in data science. He's a generalized manager, right? He or she might not be a good data scientist, or he might not be knowing much about data science. And if you have written everything, then you cannot flex that, okay, I have done this or that. But if you have written less, then you have a liberty of knowing that, okay, I have done this also, this also. Are you getting my point? So keep more things for explanation than to write in your CV, because no one reads your CV. Everyone wants to listen from you. Clear?
Yes, sir.
I have one question.
Yes.
So if I have in my previous role, if I have worked as in project handling or client presentations or more of a managerial kind of roles, so how do we interpret our experience there? Or is it necessary, or is it not
No one
necessary?
knows. See, except you, no one knows what you have worked on in past. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter anyways.
Okay, but when our designation comes as a manager,
Someone's designation comes as TL, right? So what does that signify? He won't work on, or she won't work on the project. Yes, you have to, right?
Yes.
Forget about the designation. Think about the role that you are showcasing. Okay.
And is it not necessary to show the managerial skills or something like that?
No, it is necessary. Who said it is not necessary? But with 0 to 4 years of experience, your managerial skill is of not so much of use. That is what I will say. Correct?
Okay.
You can mention it if you have got some skills like team handling or all those things that can, but usually in data science, still 8 years of experience, they will be looking at someone who can contribute individually rather than having a people manager, because people manager, they can hire well in less salary, right? For a data scientist, if they are giving good salaries, then they will expect more work individually. Correct?
Yeah, sure.
So, sir, I have a question. Like for the work experience part. So here we are mentioning mainly the projects that we have done in data science, but I have also worked before that. So when mentioning these projects, so is it compulsory to mention also those name of the company where I used to work? Or
No.
So how
name
to
of the
avoid
company, yes, name, because you are explaining it in work experience, so you have to mention. Yes, you have to mention.
So in work experience, you said I should show up those projects that I have use cases of Kaggle or something like that, data source, and then
like this, right? ABC company, your role, right? Sorry, your role. This is basically any wing that you want to showcase your role, and let's say if you want to put from when to when, right?
Yeah. So how to maintain this when we are doing for projects?
Yeah, like that. Sorry, you asked something. Lastly, line. You asked something, or
yeah. I was asking for the project. So you asked in the work experience. We have to show some of the projects that we have been working as our work experience. So how will we show that XYZ company, senior data analyst, and then the time? So how should we maintain that thing?
You have to maintain. See, for example, let's say you are working in current company from last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say 1.5 years, but you have to showcase 2 years in data science. So 1.5 year you will show in this company, and let's say 6 months to 8 months you will show in last company. But you have to fill that criteria of 2 years. Someone has to showcase 1.5 years, and he or she is working in this company from last 4 years. So recent 1.5 years, they will showcase as a data science. Four years, usually they won't. Okay. Basic level.
So,
yes. No, ML is not that much required if you are putting from data analyst, but visualization, why you guys are putting more stress on visualization? Data analyst has a lot of things to do. For example, your task can be built, write a script, let's say using AWS Glue or using Python that will fetch the data from SQL and dump it in AWS S3 bucket. That also you will have to do, correct? Are you getting my point? So Python you should be good with. Other than that, tools, see, for example, just now I said AWS Glue. You might not be knowing, but that can be done in 2 days. Yes or no? So Python you should be knowing. Tools, few things you will learn there, and after that visualization is obviously there. But visualization is easy. You should more concentrate on cloud and this pipelining thing, right? Can I build a pipeline which can fetch the data from different sources, dump it into some? So that automation kind of thing, correct? Of that data automation basically. Okay. No. No, usually see, the people who say this usually don't have an idea of how our system works. See, if the work is there, even if you have joined as a data scientist, you will have to work as a data analyst, correct? Whatever work is there, you will have to do. It's not like someone is there to fulfill your desire of being in a particular role, correct? Whatever work comes, you have to do, simple, correct? But the only thing is, if you are more inclined towards, no, I want to become a data analyst, then you can go ahead and do, correct? So there is no role which is less than another, okay? So it is dependent upon what you like rather than what others say. Clear?
So, yeah, I have a doubt. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I have seen in many resumes, and I can see in this resume also. Generally, they keep a section for skills, and they write all the skills. And if you go down in the work experience, under every project, they are again writing the skills. Will it not be stingy to write again and again?
See, what actually happens is, I'll tell you. For example, you have written machine learning and you have written everything that you know. Your skills section tells everything that you know, right? Why this thing is repeated here? For example, I have done this project, but I might have only used these models, right? Correct. So that gives an idea about recently what all skills you have used. Are you getting my point? For this particular project. So it is basically project wise. Okay. I know Tableau and Power BI, but in the recent project, what I used? Correct. I used Python also, R also, Java also. But in the recent project, did I use Python or R? Are you getting my point? So like that.
Yeah. And can you go up a little bit? I mean, in the skills part, you said in the starting of the session that people go and write each and everything, NumPy, Pandas on this. Correct. But here I can see that in each topic they are writing each and everything.
No, so if you in machine learning, it is categorized. Classification algorithm is inside classification, right? Regression algorithms are here. Clustering is here. Dimensionality reduction is here. Now see, the moment I'm writing, so okay, let's say if I'm hiring, if I want to see how much this guy has worked in NLP, so I will come here. Statistics, how much this guy knows. So obviously I will come here. Correct. What I'm saying is, not writing this or not dividing the space and one after another you are writing, then it will be tough for me to find out. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes.
So heading is there everywhere. Are you getting my point? Only
Yes,
when
yes.
I don't have, for example, model deployment using Google Cloud Platform, I don't want to make a separate section for this. So I will make a miscellaneous or other section, and then I will put few things like this. For example, data mining, TensorFlow. Tomorrow I'm doing BERT in NLP, so I will write like this. Computer vision, I will keep it here, right? Smaller things I'm not going to do. Here also, if you see, categorization is done. Always do categorization, correct? For example, I would have done categorization in statistical analysis also, but my purpose is solved. You understood how to showcase. This is a demo CV. This doesn't belong to any person, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Also see this. If you see, it is basically long lines, but 2 lines. This contains both summary as well as objective, but only 2 lines. What is written is not important. Try to understand the length. I want to show you the length. Similarly, after that, you can put your link, LinkedIn link, GitHub link, and your phone number, your role, your current city, and your email ID, like that. Clear?
Sir,
Huh.
sir, can you go up towards the role about the machine learning engineer? Sir, say if I'm working as a senior engineer in an XYA Industries, it is a manufacturing industry, and right now I'm applying for a data analyst role, and I'm doing projects related to data analyst only, related to
whatever
AWS
you are
or
showcasing. So you are showcasing projects as a data analyst, right?
So I have to put that as a data analyst only, despite which I'm working as a senior engineer. Am I right?
You are, yeah.
Sir?
So you will put as a data analyst. Yes. Senior engineer is your designation. Don't bring designation in picture, right? Because if everyone will start telling their designation, you will have 50 designations. Currently, we are all inclined towards the aim of getting selected as a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, based on what you are aspiring, right? So that you will put. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So you mean to say that designation should also be changed?
No, I did not say that.
So our own genuine designation must be only there. Just the role should be inclined towards what we are expecting.
So your CV contains your role, not your designation. Clear? Because I'm more
here in this case,
what you are working.
Here in this case, it's a machine learning engineer. For suppose in my company, I am an engineer. So I'll just keep it.
Bhai, whatever you are, take it as it is, right? That your designation doesn't count. Designation doesn't count. I have written here also, right? I have crossed out your designation. Doesn't matter if anyone is working as team lead, software engineer, senior software engineer, consultant, senior consultant, associate consultant, XYZ, whatever. That is your designation. What you are doing, so that is the role. And you have to showcase role. Now, once I have said that, you are not going to officially change your designation. No, we are not doing that. We are not intended to do it anywhere. If any official document, even if you are selected, and if they are asking you to write your designation, then you will write your actual designation. Are you getting my point? And not your role, correct? If you fear that, okay, I am getting this. So if you fear, then you can explicitly mention as, right? Like this. Are you getting them? This is what I mean. For the first few months, you want to put it like this, you can put. But later, you can remove it because this is where the role comes in picture, right? Got my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. So, what is your total years of experience? So 2, then you have to showcase not 1. Don't exactly, usually it is asymmetrical. If you see in real life, it is asymmetrical always. So you can split a bit, 1.2 and 10 months like this, correct? Correct. So this is how you can write. See, if you see, this is not, whole paragraph. Also, I have used phrase like built, building, creating. So this gives a good impression, not working, worked on, right? Responsible, all those things you should not write. Clear? And it should be point wise. After that, personal project is also mentioned, correct? For example, if someone is working on cancer diagnosis, obviously that guy may not be a part of that. HR attrition you will do, right? Credit risk analysis. So these type of project, if you are doing for your own knowledge, and that is very small project, you can put it here. Okay. And after that, education. Okay. Education and hobbies I have not written, but you can write hobbies plus your awards, accolades if you have got that also. So 2 things is missing here, but you can put. Clear? 2 pages. 2 pages is a good length of resume, provided that you are writing a project. Okay. So it is a good. And always see, again, the format is your preference, but I will suggest everyone to have 1 column CV than having 2 columns, right? Because if you see, I'll tell you the scientific, everything we are discussing here is very scientific. So I will tell you the scientific reason what I have experienced. Again, this is my prescription. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. It is up to you, but I just tell you my observation. What actually happens is when you are writing a 2 column CV, then your eyes, my eye movement will go left, down, then again on top and down. Correct? Or in the same page, right? So that is not correct. So in this case, if you are writing only 1 column, so I'm just going top to bottom. I don't have to worry what is the order, correct? Yes or no? So top to bottom, I am just scanning. I am not going to leave anything. But the chances are there when you are using 2 column CV. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in that is up to you. Sorry. Acha, that thing you can read. Usually, if you use any good websites for font, it will take care of that. You need not to worry too much about it. Okay. Yeah. You should stick to standard. So if you have this doc, right? And one more thing, usually try to have your CV in PDF format. Okay. Always. Right. Don't keep your CV in Word. Even if you are making in Word, then convert it in PDF. So all you can do is save as PDF. Right. So that you can do and always apply using PDF. Correct. Second thing is, if you have Word format, if you go to layout, right somewhere, failing to recall. So if you open your doc, you will have some of the formats already there. That also you can use. Okay. What is that? What example you want? Statistics, Python, and visualization. These 3 things. Yeah, please go ahead. See, there would be some profession or some designation, or you can say some roles that you guys might be having, where uh, where this formula which I just gave is not applying. Teaching is one of it, right? If you are teaching, I'm not sure what you are teaching. So can you tell me what you are teaching? Engineering students, and what exactly you are teaching? Mechanical. Okay, so obviously there you cannot apply data science. What you can do is then you can showcase as part of your personal projects. Okay, we have a lot of people from teaching, right? So don't worry. Earlier we had one student who was teaching physics in FITG. Okay, and you won't believe, I think 2 weeks ago I met a rocket scientist. He's also preparing for data science. Okay, so, and he is working in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC. Okay. If I were at his place, I would not have changed, but it's fine. His pressure is huge. That is what I got to know. Okay, very bright. Anyways, guys, I hope you don't have any other question.
Sir, for example,
yes. Wait, Kiran, someone else was asking before you, so let him finish. Okay.
So, for example, if we have some 3.5 experience in the same company, so is it like can we show it like a part of that as an data engineer or analyst, and rest of the previous experience as what we were doing previously?
Yeah, that is what I wrote as past experience.
Okay, in the same company we can show it like.
Yeah. If your quota of data science is met in the same company, rest you can showcase as work experience.
Sure. Yeah.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, in the 7th point, you had mentioned that achievements or certifications, right?
Mm-hmm.
And does our current LearnBase certification, we get with
you
date
can
time?
You can put. That is what your question was. Sorry, I cut you.
I mean, in the certification, do we get with the date completed and so and so? That was my question. Because consider if we get with the date and we are putting past our experience as data science, and we are completing after that again data science. So that would conflict, right?
No one sees your certification, and even if someone sees, let's say you are working as Java developer, some people work for Java for let's say 4 or 5 years, and then they do a certification. That's fine, right? Okay. In your CV, you should not write a date, right? You can write IBM certified data scientist or something like that. You can put. Don't put a date, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
So, sir, in the projects, the date thing is just creating a bit problem. So, how to maintain the date and the company name, or can we just say it as a freelancing also?
Freelancing, provided you don't have. For example,
experience.
Someone asked, I am a teacher, right?
Yeah.
So for them, they can showcase some project as a freelancer. But remember, as a freelancer, then you have to go ahead and make some profile in freelancer.com or any freelancing website and actually get a feeling of what data science projects are being posted there. Yeah. Correct? You can do some of the projects, you can bid for it freely if you want to do, or charge very less just for your own experience. That also can be done. Okay. But try to, if you're working somewhere in a particular company, then it is good that you are going to put yourself as a, work experience of that particular company only. Because if you're working in a company, then you cannot showcase yourself as a freelancer. You cannot do two things at once. Right?
Yeah.
That is illegal.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Directly ask question. I know you have a question, everyone has. Yeah, please ask. In between, you can showcase freelancing experience. Okay. Not do exactly, but at least get some idea of that particular portal. Okay. Because if they will ask you, then you should know how that portal looks like. Okay. Got it, right? Sometimes it is shown, but they are not going to cross verify there. Are you getting my point? Because when you are writing yourself as a freelancer, then you can say that you don't have one source. When you are freelancing, you have multiple sources. Yes or no? Correct? Some are repeated clients, so they directly message you like that. Correct? Are you getting my point?
So in that case, the company name would be not that necessary thing.
Usually in freelancing, there is no company name.
Yeah.
You don't reveal that.
Yeah.
That is a general rule of freelancing. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, in general, if we get the startups, if we get selected in startups and all, which will be good actually to start as a career?
See, I'll tell you one thing. As your first entry in data science field, any company is fine, right? Got it, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get it. Come again.
What I'm saying is, if this is your first entry in data science, right?
Yeah.
So any company is fine, right? Provided you are getting the work. Okay. So you can talk to, first of all, only if you will have multiple offers, then only you can choose, right?
Yeah.
While applying, you should not differentiate between this company, that company. You should apply to each and every company. What you are going to join is a different thing. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Sir,
please ask quickly.
Yeah, sir, what would be the weightage for the personal projects? Like, if in case we are not able to correlate projects to our current role?
Did not get your question.
Like, if we are not able to correlate projects to our current role and we put it under personal project section,
what
so
will
what
you then put in your current role then?
For now, I'm in a service-based company. I'm a supply chain delivery controller. So even if I do projects for demand forecast and if I'm not able to correlate with the company, if I add it under...
So you have to see, that is the reason I'm telling you. No one is going to see. Some people have a doubt. What if they find out? No company actually reveal exactly what you're working on. This is very confidential, right? They can reveal your designation because obviously designation is something is written in your experience letter, right? Your term, from which date to which date you were working on, your place where you worked on, but they cannot reveal client name, your exact work. See, forget about anyone else. Your HR won't be knowing what you were exactly working on if you're working in a service-based company. Only your manager to which you are reporting, because he is the one who actually divides the work. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So no one is going to ask individually, about that. So feel free to put these things based on what you want to showcase. Right?
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Sir, I have one question. You have interviewed many people, right? While taking an interview, you'll be get to know that he is from.
Yes,
he's speaking out.
We get to know. We get to know, but you don't have to accept it. Right? That's all. Everyone knows, and your interview will get to know, but you don't have to say it. They will not ask you, and you don't have to say it. Also, you have to see, all these things doesn't mean that even if you are bad, then also you will be taken. No. All the projects that you have written, anything and everything asked from that particular project, you should be able to answer. Right? That means you have done that project actually. The same goes with the concepts. Got it, right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. No, you can say that it is implemented. What do you mean by implementation? Implementation is deployment, basically. After deployment, are they using it or not? You can say yes, they are using it. Simple. The purpose of their answer is basically that they want to understand whether you have deployed this or you have done it just at the POC level, right? And that is the reason I told you guys to do a deployment at least for one project, so that you can confidently say that, okay, we have deployed it and client is using it. Okay.
Sir, I was working in a big IT company with a HVAC client, but I'm more inclined towards automobile. So, like, can I make it up like I work for an automobile client?
Yeah, you can do. Okay. I also worked for an automobile client.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, also, like, I worked for 1 year. I have 1 year of experience, but now I'm taking a break for 1 year. So rather than freelancing, is there any better option to explain the gap?
No. Better option to explain the gap, you can say that it is for my mental health. Nowadays, everyone acknowledges that. Or you can say that it is usually mental health is something, or I wanted to give some time to myself to visit places. Be real, right? So everyone appreciates that nowadays. Nowadays, gone are the days in which people were talking about, no, you should not have a break. Nowadays, even if you will say that, okay, because of the health issues, I had to take it. So that's fine. You can resume your work in time.
Hello, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, whatever she said, I have the same thing. But the thing is that instead of completely taking a break, I'm working part time. So can I showcase that in the resume?
Part time, but again, you have to take care of that data science thing, correct?
No, I'll say for 3.5 years, and even now I'm working in a manufacturing company. For 3.5 years, I was working full time. I was an NPD engineer, means new product development. Now I'm a consulting engineer. I'm working for them part time. And
so that is what I'm saying. See, whatever you are working on, if you can showcase some data science experience, then it is good. Then you can mention. Otherwise, if you are mentioning yourself as consulting engineer or whatever, and then you don't have anything to showcase in data science, and you are applying for data science, right? So is not it mismatch, correct? You have to showcase something related to data science. Then only you are relevant, right? Did you get what I tried to say?
I got the point, sir. Yes.
Okay, cool. Chalo, I think that's it, guys. I hope I tried to solve all your questions. Hopefully, we are going to meet again, not hopefully, but for sure, because after this collective session, we are going to have one-on-one session. After you will do the project, you will make your own CV, and then you are going to meet. Make sure that, please, this is a gentle request. If you are coming for a resume review, please make sure that you are following my advice of the things that we have discussed in the same order. If you are not following my advice and then you are coming up with your CV, that simply means you don't want me to review your CV. Right? So with folded hand, I'm just telling you, come with the same format. That means at least the order is same. You can have your own format, means your look can be yours, right? Your project can be yours, but at least maintain the order, maintain the points that I have seen. We have discussed, right? So write point wise, don't write paragraphs. No one reads your paragraph. So after doing all these things, after doing project, we are going to meet. Maybe as soon as you do the project, you can have a one-on-one session with me in which I can go ahead and review your CV. If anything is needed, we can, see and remove or add few things. And after that, mock interview, and then after you start applying to interviews. Clear? Chalo. That's all, guys. Wish you all the very best. And do you want this particular file? Yeah, Word document. Okay, just give me one moment. I will be sharing here only. Okay. So that is what I said. So after this, once you are ready with your resume, after doing projects, Simran, you can reach out to Simran. She will schedule one-on-one. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me see if I can. I cannot. Can someone give me their mail ID, and can you take the responsibility of sending to everyone? Because here I'm not able to. Let me try.
Sir, will share your Google Drive link. You can upload it there.
Achha, just give me one moment. That is a good idea, actually. Just give me one moment. Let me quickly share it there. And just 1 second, guys. So, where is the drive? Yeah, here it is. Let me quickly upload. So, okay, so I'm sharing in the chat box. Just give me one moment. No. So, Santosh, what is this that you have shared? You wanted me to upload there? No, I have uploaded in this link that I have shared. Okay.
Okay, that is fine. That is where we have our
Yes.
post materials.
Oh, okay. Please copy it quickly. Once done, copy it. Another 10 seconds, guys. Please copy. Okay. So that's all for today's session, guys. See you in one-on-one session. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.